Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I'm doing okay. I haven't had much sleep, so if I look a little droopy-eyed, it's because I'm sleepy. You guys, I've been through the ringer. Let me tell you, uh, my daughter's out of town. She's been out of town now, I think about 10 days or so. Her dog is just going crazy. This big old Anatolian Shepherd, he does not know what to do without her, and he's going nuts. She's telling me, maybe you're not giving him enough attention. I pet him, I brush him, I throw the ball, I take him on a walk. Oops, sorry about that. I've done everything that I can to nurture this dog. I feed him twice a day, I take him out, I do everything. Well, he's broken out of the gate, out of the kennel 4 times. Well, he went through a window. It was twice through a window and twice he went through the kennel. So 2 and 2. He realized even if I have the window open just a crack, just, like 3 or 4 inches, he can lift it up. He realizes he can lift it up and just plow through the screen. He learned something new, and now I can't even have a cracked window. I'm like, what the hell, dog? He's such a bad dog. I mean, I love this dog so much, but he is naughty, naughty, naughty. He's very smart. And now I don't know what we're going to do with him to control him. I really don't. Last night, he got out of the kennel. He got out under the fence. We have this huge boulder. I mean, a huge boulder. I can barely lift it. This dog moved this boulder and got out. I don't know how he did it. He's so strong. I mean, he's so strong. He got out and he took after a porcupine, and he came back with his muzzle full of quills. I mean, it was terrible. He's done it before, and I've been able to pull them all out myself, but my daughter was here and she was able to hold him and make him be still, but he would not be still for me and my husband. I pulled out like 6 quills. They were in pretty deep, and it was hurting. They were bleeding, and we decided we were just going to take him to the emergency vet. Oh my God, y'all. It was a nightmare. It took forever, and the way that they're doing things because of this COVID-19, you drive up, you have to text them. Then you bring the dog into a foyer where they have a kennel. You put the dog into the kennel, then you go back to your car, and then they call you. I mean, you can't be there with the vet. You never see the vet. You don't know what the hell's going on. So they take your dog back there and then call you 2 hours later and let you know what's going on. It was not fun. It was not fun. So we didn't get home till almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it was a long night. But and it cost $550 to have the quills removed. Can you believe it? My daughter's paying for that. That's awful. When they called me and said it's going to be $550, let me tell you what else they did. This is unbelievably crazy. After they charged our credit card and everything, she calls me back after she put our dog in the kennel for me to go retrieve our dog, and we're taking him back home. She calls me and says, "Oh, there's 72 cents balance on your bill." I've paid $350, like $2. Oh, I forgot to charge the 72 cents balance, and I can't clear your account. And I said, I'll leave 75 cents on the kennel. No, we can't do cash. I had to give her my credit card. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said the F word. I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me? You're going to charge 72 cents to my credit card? I had to read her the credit card number all over again and wait for her to process it before I could go get my dog and everything. It was beyond annoying. Beyond annoying. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to do with the F word. So sorry. Now I have to put that on YouTube that I have an F word on it. Dang it. Oh, well, when you get all stirred up, I don't want to hear it, Maurice. He's going to count my bad words. He's counting them. Anyway, so I got to bed about 4 o'clock last night. I gave him, he was really groggy when we got him home because I had to put him to sleep, So he was groggy, but they told me to give him his antibiotic and his painkiller. So I had to stuff it down his throat. It was 4 huge pills. Stuffed it down his throat, and he slept all night long, but I was a little bit nervous and worried about him, So I went to sleep about 4, and then we got up at 8. the dogs, my other dog, she was ready to wake up at 8 o'clock. She was like, come on, mommy. So we got up and he ate, did normal, and it was raining like hell this morning. I mean, it has rained here so dang hard all morning long, early afternoon, raining hard, super hard. My daughter lives in Canyon Lake, about 15, 20 minutes away from me. Her house flooded. And she lives pretty much up on a hill, but the way it was coming down so hard and blowing in, it blew into her foyer, her laundry room, and her daughter's bedroom. It was all in the front of the house. And she said they got the wet vac and vacuumed it all up. They had to move all the bedroom into the family room. So they moved all her daughter's, bureau, bed, and everything in the room. They had to take it out. They suctioned the whole room out. She said, we used every towel in the house, like 50 towels. And then she said, it started raining again. And it flooded again. And they had to do it all over again. So she said, it has been a nightmare. We have had tornado warnings, tornado watches, and everything. But I think it's past now. We're supposed to get some more rain tonight, this evening. But for now, it's not raining. So that's good. Because my dogs won't go to the bathroom in the rain. You know how dogs are? They're like, no. My little girl, she thinks she's a princess. Anyway, so that's what I've been dealing with. It's been a lot of fun. I'm stressed out with this dog, and it's been crazy. Okay, let's talk about what's going on with Trump. Did y'all see his little last thing that he did with the reporter, that reporter lady that she's from China? She was born in China, but she came here when she was a little baby, like 2 years old or something, and she just asked him a question. And every time somebody asks him a question that he don't like, it's a nasty question, and he just had a meltdown, a total meltdown. He keeps saying that we have far better testing than any other country. We're doing, the best job in the whole world. And it's not true. It's a lie. It is not true. You can't go get a test if you want one. You can't just say, I'm going to go back to work and I want to make sure I'm healthy. Give me a test. You can't get it. You can't get it. You have to have some kind of symptoms or something to get the test. So she asked him, why does it matter? Why does it matter? Why is it like a global competition to you when the Americans are dying and, there's new cases coming up every day? And that made him mad. He didn't like that. Why don't you ask China? What does China have to do with it? She's asking you a question. You're the one that said it. China didn't say that. You just said that. So he doesn't even listen to his own response, Anyway, the other reporter that he called on, he wanted her to shut up. So he called on the other lady reporter, but that reporter stood back and let the lady talk. She was being respectful to her colleague and letting her talk. So she was waiting for her to finish. And then I'm not going to call on you now because, you let that lady talk. So, and then she said, but sir, you called on me. I want to ask you 2 questions. I have 2 questions, sir. And he just stormed off. He's like, thank you. Thank you, people. Goodbye. Done. And they said usually the people that have been invited there was a lot of people that were invited to this. They usually praise him and clap and everything. Nothing. It was nothing. Nobody said nothing. He was in a little tizzy. So, hey. Anyway, I want to take a look at him. I mean, does he really have a problem with women reporters? I mean, he does do this with men too, but it seems like he's more rude to women. I want to take a look at that with the cards. I'm going to look at a few things with Trump. He looks like a very prejudiced person. He acts like a very prejudiced person. I think that he's probably a prejudiced person, but you see other people saying all the time, he's not prejudiced. He's not. I think he is, but I'm going to just let Spirit answer that question, okay? And I want to see if we can find out what happened after he stormed off. Let me see if Spirit will give me a little information about what happened after he stormed off. I'm sure something happened, And also I wanted to look at Flint. Is Flint going to be happy with the outcome? Meaning, what is the judge going to do? So if Flint's happy with the outcome, that means, the judge is going to let it go. And will Barr pay for all this injustice that he's done, on the behalf of Trump? Is he going to pay? So I'm going to take a look at that and I'm going to start shuffling my cards now, okay? I had to pause this for a minute. My husband stuck his head in and said, "Weren't you going to go to the post office?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I am. I have a lot of stuff to bring to the post office. Our post office here is only open from 3:30 to 4:30, and that's it. So I have to go at those hours." So it was 4 o'clock, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need to go. I have to bring this stuff." So I had to make a fast run. Okay. Did I say Flint a while ago? When I was driving to the post office, I was like, I think I just said Flint. It was Flynn. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. I don't know what's wrong with me. I got all carried away, upset about all this stuff happening with the dog. Okay, so what I'm going to do is ask Spirit about, Trump. How does he feel about women reporters? I mean, it looks like he don't like them. They do get to him. This is what Spirit's telling me. He literally sees red. And you know what I get? I really get that he would actually love to smack them. It's all that he can do to control himself. He has to reach in really deep to get a grip. I'm seeing his hand in a fist, like he's just like, I got to get a grip. He gets so mad he just wants to hit something. His kind of thinking is what they're telling me. Women are good for one thing, to pursue. Okay, they're showing me like a woman in red. Like I see the whole silhouette and everything in red, and then I see a wolf. So that's what he thinks. Women are made to pursue. That's what they're good for. So, and in his mind, all these women reporters want to do is crucify him. I mean, literally, they want to, just tear him apart and crucify him. That's what he thinks. That's just his mindset. This is so weird. This is way before my time, y'all, but I'm getting this song. This is weird. I don't know why they're playing this song. I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. Remember that old song? I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. And I think that was in the 50s. So that was before I was born, but Donald Trump was alive at that time. And I know that was on Broadway. That was a song recorded in the 50s too. That had an impression on him. That made an impression on him. He heard that song. Maybe somebody in his house, maybe his mother liked it. Somebody played it over and over. It made a big impression on him. It bothered him. It bothered him a whole lot. How funny. Oh. It's just the little things like that in a person's life. It's just small little things that very subtly influence that person. He did not like that song. He didn't like it. I don't know. It bothered him for some reason. It just bothered him. Okay. Anyway, that's what I got from Spirit. How weird. That is just totally weird. All right. Let's see what we can get here. What do the cards say? All right. Okay. The first card that I get is the 8 of Pentacles. This, Trump says a woman will do anything for money, working hard, doing her job and everything, even though that's what she's doing. She's just doing her job and working hard. But in his mind, she'll do anything for money or say anything for money. That's the way he looks at things. He's got a dark way of looking at things. The Queen of Pentacles is the next card I pulled. It looks like for him, he feels like a woman is kind of like a crutch. A woman is there like to support their man. That's what they're there for, to be on the arm of the man, to look pretty, to look good. They're for socializing, making nice homes, being a mother, their duty is to make men comfortable. That's what he thinks. A woman is to make him comfortable. That's why he can't stand these reporters, because they do exactly the opposite. They're not doing their job. They're making him uncomfortable, so he can't stand them. That's what this whole thing is. So that's what I'm getting. The next card I pulled is Nine of Pentacles. You know, now, if you would get this card, it would be a really good card for you. But this is, you know, this is the way he looks at successful woman. A woman that is successful, that she's doing her job. She has a career. She's making money. You know what he thinks? She's going to end up alone. She's going to be all alone in the end. Nobody's going to want to be with a woman like that. That's his mindset, you know? That's what he thinks. So anyway, that's what I pulled for how he feels about women reporters. So let's go to the next one. What was my next question here? I have a list here. Okay, so is Trump prejudiced? And let me pull some cards on that. Okay, the first card is the World. You know, he doesn't want the whole world to know that he's a prejudiced person. That's the whole thing. So he really tries to cover it up, you know. And this tells the whole story. The next card, Seven of Swords. He's deceptive, so he covers it up really well. He's just trying to deceive everybody. You know, this is that sneaky, deceptive card. And, you know, his prejudices, they come out in really little sneaky ways. You know, it's not like there's real overt. I mean, sometimes they are, but most of the time it's just like, you're nasty. You know, like you ask a nasty question. Women are nasty. You know what I mean? So it comes out in little ways. He tries to cover it up, but, you know, they sneak out. His prejudiceness just sneaks right out, and then we can see it, you know. And he doesn't realize that we can see it. I mean, he can't see himself. He's such a weird guy. He's such a strange person. He can't even listen to himself. I wish he would go back and listen to all his interviews, all the things he said on TV, and look what, you know, look how he looks like a moron. Outcome, this is Queen of Wands. You know, at times he can appear not to be prejudiced. And of course, he says it over and over and over that he's not prejudiced and everything. And some people around him say that too, that he's not prejudiced. He's my friend. I've known Trump. But, you know, he has a bad temper, and it tells on him. You know, that's the whole thing. His bad temper tells on him because he just has a little bit of self-control, and that's it. And he can't take it. So his prejudices really come out, and they really show. So even though he's trying hard not to show his true feelings, they are revealed, okay? He tells so many lies that he starts to believe them, you know? You know, like he'll say, I love the blacks. I love the blacks. He'll say stupid things like that. You know, the way he talks is so, I don't know. He doesn't sound, you know, compassionate at all. It just lacks empathy and compassion when he speaks, you know. So that tells on him right there. We know. He's just, he's a bad actor, and he's got a bad temper, and that tells on him, no matter what he wants us to think he is, okay? So I feel like, yeah, he's very prejudiced. Also, they're showing me that he is at times able to hide his prejudice when he's got something in it for him. You know what I mean? When it's good for him, when it's something that he wants or needs, he's able to disguise his prejudiceness pretty well. That's what I'm seeing, a disguise. So he will disguise his feelings very well when there's something in it for him. That's what Spirit is showing me. Okay. And now I want to know, see if Spirit will give me some information about what happened after Trump stomped off stage the last time when he's answering all the questions here. What happened? Guys, so I wish I could say Trump threw a fit and threw something, or, I wish I could say something like that. But what they're really showing me was he had to suck it up. There were some people there. I don't know who was there, but he had to suck it up. He had to suck it up and play nice, and he was seething. He was seething, but they brought him a Diet Coke. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing they're like, Mr. Trump, here's your Diet Coke. Calm down. So I don't know. That's his drink of choice, I guess, his Diet Coke. So they brought him a Diet Coke and tried to cool him off, basically. But there was other people there. I don't know who was there at the White House, but he had to suck it up. And he did. He sucked it up. He couldn't throw a fit. I mean, he was seething and mad, but he had to save his face. He had to keep his face. So they brought him a Diet Coke. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. So I wish it was something grander or better to tell, but that's all I'm getting on that one. So no big story there. He was just being pissy. But he got it under control. All right. So will Bill Barr, pay for all the injustice, all the things that he's, undoing, and all the things that him and Trump, all Trump's cronies that he's getting off and everything, he's had his finger in so many different pies. Is he going to pay for all this? I want to take a look at that. So let me shuffle up these cards. These were for Trump, so I want to get them all shuffled up. So you guys, I didn't tell you what happened the other day. I was walking the dogs. I stopped walking my dog because he's knocked me down so many times, and he's hurt me many times. So I stopped walking him. Well, my husband has to walk 30 minutes every day, and we do it. I have a little land here and a long driveway. So we've been walking around the house. And, the first couple of times we did it by ourselves. And when he was feeling stronger, he said, well, let's just take the dogs with us. We're going to stay on the land. So we've been walking the dogs, and they've loved it. They've looked forward to it, and, they begged to go with us. And it's hard not to take them now. Well, I had Turk, and Turk's the 120-pound dog, and he has Kai because he's a little bit weaker right now. Kai's only 45 pounds. But our next door neighbors let their dogs out, and I thought my husband yelled at Turk because he acted like he wanted to run next door. They're in a fence and all, but he acted like he was going to run after him, and my husband yelled at him, and he calmed down. But all of a sudden he decided he wanted to make a break for it, and I was not paying attention. I had a retractable leash in my hand, a red little box type thing. And it just jerked he pulled so hard. He just ran like a bullet. And I wasn't ready for it, and it just jerked my arm. My husband said, you went flying through the air. He said, you literally were airborne. And of course I fell straight down. I fell down with my arm extended on this side here. I hit the ground on this side. My arm's been so sore, I can barely move my arm. It's getting better, but it was so sore. And of course, I have a boo-boo on my finger because evidently it happened so quick. I tried to grab that line, the leash, and it's real skinny. It just took a chunk out of my finger. You can't stop a 120-pound dog from going. But I guess I just, mindlessly grabbed the leash with my other hand. And of course, I dropped it too. When I hit the ground, it just went flying out of my hand. So he got away. And my husband, in his condition, he ran after the dog. He said, here, he wanted to lift me up and pull me up. And I wouldn't take his hand because I didn't want him to strain himself. I'm like, I can get up. I'm okay. I can get up. So I had a scraped up knee and a cut on my hand and a sore arm, sore shoulder, but nothing broken, thank God. And he had to chase after Turk next door. The people, he was just barking along the fence line, and running around their house. But he's quick. He's real quick. And my husband had to run to go get him. And I felt so bad. I couldn't run after that. I was, a little bit hurt. So no more, no more walking that dog. I said, that's the last nail in your coffin, dog. I was trying to be nice and walk you. He's not obedient, you know. He doesn't listen, so I can't walk him. He's going to hurt somebody or me or somebody else. You know, if that would have been somebody walking their dog and he'd run after him like that, that'd be horrible. I don't know what he would do, and I'd be scared if a 120-pound dog was coming after me. Anyway, so that's my story. It wasn't fun, but hey, happens. My husband said, when are you going to learn your lesson with that dog? I'm like, you're the one that said, let's take the dogs. He said, I told you to stop walking him. I'm like, I thought you told me to, let's walk him, you know? Okay. Let's see if Bar's going to pay. Is Bar going to pay? Let's take a look. Honestly, truthfully, Spirit, what can you tell me about Bar? Will he pay? That's another one of those faces I can't stand to look at. He's got such a, I don't know, such a hound dog look to him, you know? That's so mean. Oh, I got the Trump card right away. The first card was Trump. Oh. There's some big changes coming, that's for sure. All right, let's take a look at these. So the first card is Trump. This is the card I always get for Trump. This is the King of Pentacles. So he's doing Trump's bidding for sure. He is for sure. And you know what I'm getting? I'm getting that the new administration will crush Bill Barr. They literally will crush him. So I guess they're going to put him to shame to all the things that he's done. They're just going to crush him. So he's, you know, we know that he is doing that. That's Trump's right there. Bill Barr is, you know, Trump's henchman for sure. He does his bidding. That's not how it's supposed to work, but that's how the mafia administration works. Okay, Page of Cups. You know, I think they may offer Bill Barr some type of deal. So he may get some kind of deal so that, you know, he doesn't have to pay for, you know, what he's done. He may give them some kind of information, an exchange, you know. So it could be information either on Trump or Kushner or something. But I think they're going to offer him some kind of deal that, you know, keep his neck out of the noose. And the outcome, Eight of Wands. You know, this is all about, he wants to get all these things done. Bill Barr has got an agenda from Trump, and there's so many things that they want to get done before November. They're having to do things very, very quickly because, you know, the wheels of justice turn very slowly. But he's going to get in a rush. He'll get in a big rush, and mistakes will be made. That's what's going to happen. It could be his undoing, you know. When you make a big mistake like that, this could really be the undoing of him. So just watch for that, you guys. We're going to see more and more things that Bill Barr, I mean, if you really look at the things he's done a lot, and he's got a lot more to do. There's a lot more, you know, things that are going to come out. You'll just watch one after the other. And like I said, once he starts getting going like this, he's going to make a mistake. He thinks he's so smart. He really does. He thinks he's so smart. And, you know, Flynn also thinks Bill Barr's really smart. He really does. So when I ask about Flynn, he thinks that, you know, Barr has outfoxed everybody. So he's like congratulating him. He thinks he's, you know, of course he appreciates what he's done for him, but he thinks he's so smart. He outfoxed everyone, you know. But what I'm getting on Flynn, there's some sadness in their home. So that's what I get. I see sadness inside Flynn's home. So, you know, he may be happy with what's going on and what, you know, Barr's done for him, but it's going to lead to some sadness in his home no matter what. So let's see if he's going to be happy with this outcome. Let's take a look. Will Flynn be happy with the outcome? Will he be happy? Will he be happy? Can you imagine that you can sign a confession and say, yes, I did something, and then they're just going to wipe it all away and go, nah, that's okay. You can lie to the FBI. It's no problem. It's no problem. We had a friend that was interviewing for, I think it was an FBI job. He was an officer, and he was interviewing for an FBI job, and he told a little white lie to the FBI. I say little, but he was not from this country, but he was getting his citizenship, and he was supposed to be sworn in within a couple of days. Within a couple of days. He had gone through the program. He'd done everything. He'd taken the test and all, and he was going to go be sworn in. So in all sense and purposes, he was a citizen, except for he didn't have the document signed yet. So when he interviewed with the FBI, he told them, I'm a citizen. Yeah, I'm a citizen. But he was not. They crucified him. He barely got out without going to jail. They took his job away from him. He's not a police officer. He's not allowed to be a police officer anymore. He was on parole. He got in big trouble. And he just, I don't know why he did it, but don't lie to the FBI. They will get you. Now, if this Flynn, he signed a document saying that he lied and everything, and he's going to get by with it, that's just really totally unfair to so many people that have gone to jail for lying to the FBI or have paid the consequences, How unfair is that? That is not fair at all. Okay, let's see. Is he going to be happy with the outcome? Let's take a look at the cards here. All right. I'm learning, you guys, to shuffle and talk at the same time. It's a challenge for me. Wow. Oh, well. Okay, so you guys, I don't think he's going to get off scot-free. Look at this. It's the Four of Cups. They're going to make him an offer, but he ain't going to like it because he really expects to get off scot-free. He thinks Bill Barr is, the cat's meow, and he expects this to be all washed away. But I think they're going to make him some other kind of offer. So it may be more reduced, than what he was going to get, but it's not wiped away completely. But look at this. The Justice card is upside down. So, that tells me that justice won't be completely served because it's in the reverse. So something gets screwed up here. It gets screwed up. And he's going to have to make a choice. He's going to have to make a choice. This offer that they're making him, it's going to cause some kind of sadness in his family. And he's going to have to make a choice whether to take this offer or not. So we'll see what the outcome is. So I don't think he's going to be too happy with the outcome. It doesn't look like it's smooth, easy, happy. These are not happy cards. They are not happy. So, yeah. Well, so I think, the judge is going to hold up part of it for sure. I feel like he is. I don't think it's going to wipe away. It doesn't look like it'll wipe away. But although the Justice card is in reverse, so justice isn't completely served here. But I think there is something. There's something that is going to happen, and he won't be happy about it. Okay? And I feel like it has something to do with his home. With something with his home. I just get sadness in his home. So I don't know. Now, I know he made some kind of a deal. I should have went and looked back at it. I don't remember it anymore because it's been a long time. But wasn't part of the deal something about his son? That they wouldn't look into his son's, or prosecute his son or look into his dealings. So if that gets thrown out, maybe they go after his son And that's the sadness that this causes. So it's not a happy outcome, but it looks like justice is reversed. So that's not good. But something else happens, it doesn't come out happy for him. It may be that justice isn't served, but he's not going to be happy. He's not going to be happy with the outcome in the long run. He won't be. So we'll see what that judge does. It'll be interesting. Okay, guys, and that was Flynn, not Flint. All right, guys, love y'all so much. Oh, I took a long time, 35 minutes. Oh, well, we needed a little break from COVID, right? You got to turn on CNN, and that's all. They talk about Trump and COVID, if you have that on. I don't know how we can stand it. And do y'all watch Morning Joe? Because I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning, and that's what's on. I turn it on. It is a total crap fest on Trump the whole time. That man hates Trump. I mean, that's all they do is, critique Trump from that day, what he did, what he said, and what a miserable excuse of a president he is. I love you, Joe. All right, guys, love you so much. And want y'all to know my husband's doing really well. He's getting stronger. As a matter of fact, he's making me dinner right now. He's doing really good. He's making some Iranian food. He's trying to make me fatter. Gosh, I wish he would quit doing that. He's becoming very successful. I told him we don't need to eat rice, every day. Come on. I made him a salad. Yesterday, I made him a salad. Of course, we put meat on it. Today, I made him a chicken fajita salad for lunch. I'm trying so hard to, eat healthy. And all he can think about is eating something really hearty and stick to your ribs, I'm going to try not to eat the rice. I'll eat the side stuff and not eat the rice, maybe. All right, guys, love y'all. Remember, do something kind. It'll always come back to you. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Oh, if you'd like to get a reading with me, just look down below, email me, and we'll get together and do a reading. Okay? All right. Bye.